Ma'am, so shall I begin? Sir, are we live? Ephesians chapter 2, verse 10 reads, For we are his workmanship, created in Jesus Christ for good works, which God prepared beforehand, that we should walk in them. Good morning, respected Principal Ma'am, sisters, our chief guest, Dr. George Verghese, teachers, and my dear students. As the verse from Ephesians chapter 2 states, each one of us have been crafted by God in the likeness of Jesus Christ to be beacons of hope in our families, communities, and for our country. We welcome each one of the new batch of Christian students to the Jesus and Mary College family to be the beacon of hope that God designed us to be. Your 3 years in college, which has begun on the 22nd of November 2021, will be without a doubt few of the most memorable years of your life. We hope that today's orientation will be a part of your memories of college, and we have planned out a very interesting program to help you all with that. I now invite the ICAF students of JMC to begin the session with a prayer song. Thank you, dear students, for this beautiful hymn. I'm sure that when you finally get to physically walk into your JMC classrooms, you will walk in with the Lord. Next, I invite our respected principal, ma'am, of Jesus and Mary College, Professor Sandra Joseph, to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you, Megha. A very good morning to one and all here. I deem it an honor to welcome you all to this very significant event of Jesus and Mary College, the orientation program for Christian students for the academic year 2021-2022. A very warm welcome to our speaker for the day, Dr. George Varghese. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation to speak to our budding graduates. I am sure your talk will inspire them and lead them towards the right calling in their lives. A warm welcome to the Sisters of Jesus and Mary College, who have brought this institution to where it is today. Your presence with us this morning is reassuring and encouraging. Most importantly, let me welcome our young students who have been going through the toughest of times in their lives. You have made it to the batch of 2021 to 2024. Congratulations. Even though merit played a role in your academic admission process, we at JMC consider holistic growth and overall development as one of our major thrusts in students' growth and development. You are truly blessed to be a part of this institution. Furthermore, you should consider yourselves fortunate to be among the minuscule of Indian women who have entered the portals of higher education. And even more because you have been gifted with the access to high quality education. On this note, I would like to emphasize that the vision and mission of Jesus and Mary College gives priority to the creation of a just, humane, and inclusive society on earth through providing transformative education and thus partnering in the vision of Christ and the Church. Developing higher cognitive abilities among students, such as problem solving, critical thinking, and analytical capabilities, has a direct link to fostering human values. We strongly believe that through creating an environment that provides and deepens human values such as respect, justice, human dignity, and equality leads to a positive attitude and clarifies all value conflicts. We mentor students so that they develop into women of conscience, compassion, and competence to be empowered with ignited minds and hearts in the pursuit of the goal of transformation of our society. Christian activities such as the Holy Mass and worship services, retreats, and prayer meetings are held on campus. Such activities lend towards creating an enabling environment that strengthens faith and builds character to make right choices in life. It is my hope that you will claim the opportunity and fully participate in all such activities that promote the values of human dignity, diversity, and equality. I urge you, students, and your parents to feel free to approach the college office, your respective teachers in charge, or any faculty member for any of your dire needs. We are here to support and guide you beyond academics. And as you enter the threshold of Jesus and Mary College, may I take this opportunity to once again welcome you all into this institution as we journey together in the pursuit of knowledge and truth. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving our students an insight into their life ahead at Jesus and Mary College. I next invite Dr. Joan Anthony, Associate Professor, Department of Psychology, to welcome our speaker for the day, Dr. George Varghese.
Thank you, Reshma. Some of us live through life just sailing past each phase, accepting events as they come by, while some chase life to make each moment an happening event, taking risks and making choices that most would avoid owing to social conditioning. We have with us together at CMC Ludhiana. Together, they decided to work in the rural areas, taking a tough call of suspending their postgraduate studies midway to cater to an urgent need for doctors in Manali. To begin with, their plan was to work there for a year, but the years now are counting to 42. A path they faced with all its ups and downs and challenges in togetherness and in faith. In the mountainous terrain, Dr. Laji conducted 40,000 surgeries. Some of them are amazing to hear the stories where there was no facility available, and yet on the roadside and in the sheds and then finally in the hospitals were done. And he has reached out with medical assistance to about 7 lakhs, approximately 7 lakhs of people, maybe more, because how do you count that? Yeah, 42 years is a very, very long time, right? And he established 3 hospitals and a school. In spite of the great service that he continues to render to humanity at about 12,000 feet above sea level, and with accomplishments of having been a recipient of fellowship of the Royal College of Surgeons from Royal College of Glasgow, having been included in the Hall of Fame in Toledo University, and been made a Fellow of Global Medicine, he remains a man of simplicity and humility. Dr. George and Dr. Sheila have 2 daughters, Kripa and Deepa. In addition, they have also fostered many other children for short and long term. And those stories too are worth listening. Deepa is an ex-student from the Department of Psychology, Jesus and Mary College. On behalf of the college, I welcome you, Dr. George. I now hand over the platform to you as we eagerly wait to listen to your life experiences and your message for our new batch of students. And we, in return, become a minuscule part of your life's journey. I hand over the mic to you.
Dr. Verghese, can I
You're on
request
mute.
you to kindly unmute yourself?
You're on mute. No, Dr. Laji, you're still on mute.
So there is an option of a small mic right next to the video bar onto your extreme left. If you could just click on that. No, doctor.
Let me check if he can hear us. Yeah, Dr. Laji, we cannot hear you. On the speaker on my phone. Oh, okay. Let me just check. I can do that. Yes, I can put you on the speaker. Just a minute. Let me just check with Gaurav about this also. Gaurav? Gaurav, can I? Yeah, can I put this on the speaker? And Dr. Laji, you can speak. Let's see if everyone can hear.
Can you hear me now?
Can you all hear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we can.
Yes, yes. They can. Everyone can hear. You can go ahead, please. Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for inviting me to speak to the students. I directly want to address the students and bypass all the other formalities. students, I think your principal ma'am already said that you are a privileged few to have received this opportunity to become students of Jesus and Mary College. You have been given a space to grow, to become something different. In your time in this college, I hope you will learn to be what we read in the morning from Ephesians. That God has a purpose for each one of us. And in this college, I hope you will discover something of that secret, that plan of God as you spend your 3 years in this college. You are given a choice to make better and greater choices. You must have come to this college with so many dreams and aspirations. I want to challenge you with another dream for yourself. It's one thing to study and get a degree and go on with your life. But I want to challenge you with a dream, and that dream is to become a good person. To become a good friend, a neighbor to many. To become an honest, sincere student, a good son and a daughter to your parents, later a good worker, a good citizen, a good husband or wife or mom and dad. There's no end to the possibilities ahead of you. But then the question comes, what is this? What is the measure of this goodness? Here we need a hero. Whom do you want to emulate, copy, or follow? And for me personally, my hero has been and will always be a man from Nazareth called Jesus. He became my hero when I was 20 years old in the medical college. That is where I encountered him. I look up to him. I look up to him for approval. So I want to challenge you to think about who is going to be your hero in your life. Whose words are life-giving, life-enriching, and life-transforming. This is the age when you have to make choices and make promises to yourself. What truth you hold on to as principles in your life. Those truths without which you find life kind of a dead experience. What price you attach to what you believe? The question comes, what do you believe? Does your belief work, or they are just thoughts in your head? Are you willing to make sacrifices for what you believe? What is your worldview? Where do you get those worldviews? You need to think through that. Is your belief a second-hand acceptance of somebody else's belief? Have you spent time to struggle with your belief? What are your other alternatives? Who in the religious sphere gives you holistic, practical, satisfactory outlook that matches your experiences so far? Will you have a thirst and a hunger if there is nothing to satisfy it? Will you have longing and desires if it cannot be found someone or something to satisfy? What gives you reason to change, to become a better person? I think there is an oughtness about life. We respond to good values. We recognize truth because there is something in us that can respond to the truth. If everything is permissible and if everything is okay, then why fear, shame, and guilt bother us? We are not just blank sheets. We have come with installed data, and as someone said, we are wired to know the truth and live by it. And as a follower of Jesus Christ, I've been given a book which has two parts. And I want to look at it as the first part, which is the Old Testament, as the story of a woman who is pregnant. And the second half, it's about the baby that she delivers. And this baby called Jesus, he grows up, he becomes an adult, and he makes claims supported by his own lifestyle, but he shakes the religious system. Some people adore him and want to walk with him, but the religious-political power structure kills him. But death could not terminate him. He came back. The question is, what do you do with this man? C.S. Lewis said, you can spit at him, you can call him a thief, you can call him a maniac, but you just cannot ignore him. At every turn of life, this man has something to offer. And Jesus continues to disturb me. Somehow he seems to be having a claim on you. He waits with open arms. Everything that each one of us long to see in a man, you find it in Christ. I think the more you look at him, the more you get attracted towards him. And you long to have a piece of him. You long to have some of his qualities in you, in myself. Even today, after working with him for 50 years, I have this strange feeling I still don't know him. There is much more to know about this person called Jesus of Nazareth. And we learn what goodness is, how to be good by looking his life. When somebody came to Jesus and said, "Good master," Jesus said, "Why do you call me good? Because in the world there is no one who is good. Only God alone. So if you don't recognize me as your God, then don't go around saying somebody who is so good, so good." He offers all of himself to us. Not just a small part of him, but the whole of his life. is offering to us. But in exchange, he longs for our all, everything that we have to offer to him as an exchange for his life. Someone said, I think it was Jim Elliot who said, he is no fool to give up what he cannot keep to get what he cannot lose. And every time Christ comes to us, he says, fear not, don't be afraid. I am there, take that step towards me. And I want to look at the Blessed Mary, Mother of Jesus at this time. There's 4 small incidences in her life. When the angel came to her with a message that God wants to do something special with her life, even though she was full of fear and uncertainty, she said, let it be. I'm ready, I'm willing. I'm willing to give my life to you. And whatever that means, whatever that involved, it involved shame. She could have been stoned to death, but she was willing to take the risk because she encountered God in a special way. She goes through all those difficult months and years, running away to Egypt, coming back, living in Nazareth. It was a difficult time, but it's all because she made that choice of surrendering herself to the God whom she believed. But then there were so many things she could not understand. Yet, it says that Mary kept all these things in her heart and she pondered over it. In your life, there will be so many things where faith is done. And then, at the wedding at Cana, when the wine ran out, the people came to Mary and wanted her to go and tell Jesus to do something about it. And a few minutes later, when the people came to her, she said, whatever he tells you, just do it. She pointed not to herself, but to Jesus, said, whatever he tells you to do that. In our lives, we will have many people giving us advices and suggestions and giving us all sorts of counseling. But remember, the final counselor, the best counselor to whom you should listen to is Jesus of Nazareth. And Mary knew that. He said, whatever he tells you, just to do that. I was at a crossroad in my life in 1976, whether to come to Manali or to go back to my post-graduation. And I was in a meeting and I suddenly heard about the need in a hospital. I had the choice to whether to go to this remote place or to go to my college and get further studies. I went to my friend who was a senior doctor and I asked him. He told me, whatever your heart tells you to do it. And I picked up my bag and came to that small hospital. So I think what Mary is telling us is that in your life's decisions. Learn to listen to Him. And finally, she was there at the Pentecost. She was there at the cross, watching her son die. And she didn't make a big fuss about it. She just stood there and watched. And I think she could do that to receive the Spirit. In your time in college, in Jesus and Mary, there will be many, many encounters where you could or you can probably experience Christ. And I want you to think seriously about Jesus of Nazareth. I will encourage you to read the stories from the Gospel and imagine Him. Hold on to the truth that He has given to you. These are words of wisdom, the life-transforming words. Hold on to His promises. Now all I can say is that in this world there are only two people whom you have to seriously consider as your heroes. One is Gautam Buddha. Second is Jesus of Nazareth. Both spoke truth, and one of them said that he wasn't God. The other one said he is. And I decided to follow the man who said he is God. He came from God. He offered his own life to help me. And I challenge you, each one of you, during your time in college, because this is the time you make that radical choice, whether to call this man Lord and God, like Thomas did, or just walk away from him and be a drifter with no purpose, no plan in life. I really hope that you will make the choice of rediscovering Jesus of Nazareth. And I hope you will have a wonderful time in college. And God will help you to make those radical decisions so that you will become a good person, a child of God, and become a good citizen of this country, and become a healer of people's souls and lives. May God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for this informative and much thought-provoking talk for our JMC family. I'm sure our students, parents, and teachers have been immensely benefiting from your words and experiential learnings. Truly, faith as small as a mustard seed can move mountains. We here at JMC also aim to work towards creating a caring, truthful, and responsible community that shares its wisdom, resources, and skills to enrich others towards wholeness. Dear participants, in case there are any questions for Dr. Verghese, you could write in the comment box with your email ID.
Thou art light, fill me with thy light. Education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire, said the renowned poet W.B. Yeats. Such was the fire that was ignited in the heart of Claudine Thévenet, a young woman who founded the Congregation of the Religious of Jesus and Mary in France, with the aim of imparting Christian education, especially to young girls. The sisters of the RJM congregation came to India in 1842 and set up multiple educational institutions, one of them being Jesus and Mary College, popularly known as JMC. JMC was established in 1968 as a women's college and is today one of the most prestigious institutions of the country as the constituent college of the University of Delhi. Its motto, "Thou art light, fill me with thy light," embodies the resolve to walk the path shown by Saint Claudine Thévenet, and this resolve is reflected in JMC's mission to accompany and mentor the students so that they develop as women of competence, compassion, and conscience, and with ignited minds and hearts pursue the goal of transformation of our society. Thus will be fulfilled its vision of partnering in the vision of Christ and making its contribution to the creation of a just, humane, and inclusive society on earth through providing transformative education. On 7th January 1967, the site of the college was blessed by His Grace Archbishop Joseph Fernandez of Delhi in the presence of Mother del Rosario, Superior General of the RJM congregation. In July 1968, JMC opened its gates for the first batch of students offering courses in English Honours and BA program. Built on a spacious 14 acres plot in Chanakyapuri, in close proximity to the diplomatic enclave of the capital city, the JMC campus is anchored firmly on the solid rock belt of the Aravalli mountain range. A classically designed building and open spaces which were preserved in their natural form made it an educational paradise for young women from all sections of society across the country. Over the years, the building complex has undergone major renovation and expansion in order to upgrade the infrastructure in view of the increasing number of students and courses. Transformed over the years, the building bears an entirely new look, and JMC today boasts of a modern, technologically equipped teaching and administrative block with 4 floors of spacious classrooms. Each department has its own designated room for faculty to hold meetings, meet students, or read in between classes. A general staff room is the space where faculty can unwind and interact with colleagues across departments over a cup of coffee. The general office and accounts office are strategically located opposite each other to facilitate coordination between the two and allow easy access to students and staff. The entire campus has Wi-Fi access, and projectors are installed in many of the classrooms to enhance the classroom experience. An excellent library not only offers a quiet retreat for those who want to browse through the huge stock of books and journals on the shelves, but also provides a number of e-resources to enhance and optimize access to knowledge. Thévenet Hall, a state-of-the-art multi-purpose complex, houses a large hall-cum-auditorium with a professionally designed stage that is equipped with a sound and light system. It provides the perfect venue for theatrical productions, college events, and other indoor activities. JMC is committed to providing the best infrastructural facilities to both students and staff to ensure an enriching teaching learning environment. JMC's outdoors comprise of lush green lawns, exquisite flower beds, and a large number of trees and plants, forming a rich ecosystem that thrives through the entire campus, teaching us to appreciate and embrace the beauty and value of nature in our lives. A large sports field encircled with running tracks dominates the vista and is a testimony to the importance that JMC gives to extracurricular activities and sports. As you go up the path that leads to the sports field, the basketball court cannot be missed, while a tennis court nestles in the far corner of the sports field. Adjacent to the Devney Hall is an open-air amphitheatre where a host of cultural and extracurricular activities are held through the year. GMC is perhaps the only college in Delhi University that has an in-house gymnasium for its students and staff, for we believe that physical fitness and well-being are critical to leading a full and healthy life. JMC celebrated its Silver Jubilee year in 1993. 2018 was the year of the Golden Jubilee, and the celebration started with the spectacular inauguration, which was held in September 2017. As chief guest of the function, the Honorable President of India, Sri Ramnath Kovind, lauded the contribution of the Christian community and institutions like JMC in the field of education in the country. It was indeed a proud moment for the JMC community.
It's a matter of honor and happiness for me to be here today at the inauguration of the Golden Jubilee celebrations of Jesus and Mary College. This institution has contributed enormously to the cause of education in New Delhi and in our country. For 5 decades, it has taught and prepared young girls, young women, I should say, to break class ceilings, to achieve their potential, contribute to society and to the economy, and become part of the process of nation building.
JMC strives constantly to attain academic excellence, and seminars, talks, workshops, etc. are organized regularly, both at the departmental and college level. These enable our students to become critically thinking individuals and provide an opportunity for our students and faculty to interact and exchange ideas with distinguished guests, speakers, resource persons, and other eminent invitees. The JMC Review, an interdisciplinary refereed e-journal, is published annually by the college. A journal of criticism, practice, and theory, it provides an interdisciplinary platform for scholarly engagement since 2017. In 2014, the Internal Quality Assurance Cell, IQAC, was constituted with the aim of formalizing the institutional endeavor to enhance the quality of education being imparted and bolster the culture of research in the college. As a part of the IQAC, the Research and Collaboration Committee promotes research activities among the faculty and students and works towards establishing collaborations with other academic institutions. At JMC, we recognize that gender is a critical marker of transformation, and societies like Women's Studies Center, WSC, supplement the college's gender-sensitive pedagogy. We are committed to sensitizing our students towards gender issues, instilling confidence and self-esteem in them, and enabling them to recognize their strengths as women and transforming agents. JMC is proud to be the pioneering college of the University of Delhi to set up a placement cell in order to provide the students with varied job opportunities and aid them in attaining their professional goals and aspirations. Many leading corporates recruit a substantial number of our students each year. We also strive to inculcate in our students the values of compassion, equality, and justice, and a sense of social responsibility through our various outreach programs and use of solar energy, rainwater harvesting, annual tree plantation drives, clothes swap shop meet, and waste management are some of the important steps taken in this direction. More recently, vaccination drives have also been organized on the campus in collaboration with the Primus Hospital in the neighborhood. JMC celebrates and protects cultural, regional, linguistic, communal, socio-economic diversities through numerous compulsory and cultural student societies. The annual college magazine, Dimensions, is not only a space for creative expression for the students, but also a repository of the annual reports of the societies and departments, documenting the multidimensional work done by them in the course of a year. Till as recently as the year 2020, all the principals of JMC have been sisters of the RJM community, who, along with many other sisters, have served the institution selflessly and have kept alive its core values and goals. Currently at the helm is Professor Sandra Joseph, who joined office on July 10, 2020. With over 120 associate and assistant professors across 12 departments, the strength of the teaching faculty of JMC does not lie in numbers alone. Highly specialized in their respective fields of study, their commitment towards their students, both inside and outside the classroom, defines the student-teacher relationship and the teaching-learning ethos of the college. As teachers, mentors, faculty advisors, paper setters, evaluators, speakers, resource persons, they play multiple roles at the department, college, and university level. A crucial role is also played by the non-teaching, library, and support staff. They are an important part of the JMC family and fulfill their responsibilities with dedication and efficiency. The students of an institution are its most valued treasure. Starting with an enrollment of 116, the student strength today is touching the 3,000 mark. Brimming with energy, talent, and fresh ideas, they bring life to the campus. And on any given day, they can be seen attending lectures in the classrooms, savoring their favorite snacks in the cafeteria, practicing for upcoming events, organizing programs, or simply relaxing on the beautiful lawns on a winter afternoon. The college is abuzz with activity and excitement through the course of the academic year, as multiple events are organized by the departments and the various cultural societies of the college. The event most looked forward to is Montage, the annual cultural festival of JMC. One of the most popular festivals in Delhi University, which sees a massive footfall from students across the colleges of Delhi University and other educational institutions. A carnival of music, dance, theatre, and various inter-college competitions that take weeks to plan and organize. Montage showcases the talent, teamwork, and leadership qualities of our students most effectively.
JMCites bring laurels to the college as current students and as alumni who have achieved excellence and distinction in various walks of life as sportswomen, educationists, judges, political, and media personalities. Our alumni, Apurvi Chandela and Manika Batra, were gold medalists at the Commonwealth Games and are counted amongst the top-ranking sports personalities of the country. It is indeed a matter of great joy and pride for us. The Sports Day each year sees enthusiastic participation by students from all departments. It begins formally with an interdepartmental march past competition and after various athletic events ends with the ceremony to honor and acknowledge the achievements of our sports students. It is a feather in our cap that JMC has been winning the Vice Chancellor's Trophy for Excellence in Sports for more than 25 years for being the best in women's colleges in the university. Remember to celebrate milestones as you prepare for the road ahead, said Nelson Mandela. A glance at the annals of JMC, and it is easy to see that many milestones have been attained on this journey and deserve to be celebrated. Noteworthy among them are the establishment of the Center for Non-Collegiate Women's Educational Board, NCWEB, Center for Indira Gandhi National Open University, IGNOU, and the introduction of new courses and committees over the years, all of which have expanded JMC's horizons and shaped the trajectory of her growth as an institution of higher learning. In February 2000, the road leading to JMC was renamed Jesus and Mary Marg, and the new landmark in Blackstone was inaugurated by the then Chief Minister, Srimati Sheila Dikshit. This recognition was not only a big honor for JMC, but also a tribute to the path JMC has traversed and a symbol of its ongoing journey. Chronicling a journey, beginnings, mentors, and momentous milestones, a coffee table book commemorating the Golden Jubilee attempts to capture the historic journey of this noble institution over 50 glorious years. Jesus and Mary College has been a trailblazer in the realm of women's education and continues to break new ground in providing transformative education. Its journey has indeed been a journey sublime. On the solid rock of the Aravali, she stands with grace and dignity. Knowledge and compassion light up her face. Among the houses of learning, she holds pride of place. Jesus and Mary guide her in her mission as she fulfills Mother Claudine's noble vision. In her garden are myriad flowers, young buds she nurtures and empowers. Of JMC is the song I sing, with the love of generations does it ring. A glorious 50 years is she, a milestone golden as gold can be. May God Almighty bless her from above for 50 golden years of service with love. Another 50 and more may she bear the light, each day a new dawn, hopeful and bright. Her journey eternally blessed and sublime, her footprints etched firmly on the sands of time.
I hope you enjoyed this documentary thoroughly. Next, I call upon a former student of Jesus and Mary College, Miss Natasha De Cruz, to share her experiences with us. Natasha is an alumna of the Economics Department of Batch 2018. She completed her MSc in Development Economics from the University of London. She is currently working as a research associate at Dwara Research. Over to you, Natasha.
Good morning, everyone. Before I start, Megha ma'am, can I do a quick sound check? Can you hear me fine?
Yes.
So it is great to be back at JMC, even if it is virtually. And I want to start by congratulating each one of you for making it through your final year of high school in times that were definitely not ideal given the COVID pandemic. Um, I'm delighted that you've chosen to begin your new journey at JMC. And I want to say that I was in your place about 6 years ago, and I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I'm back here to share my experience at JMC with you. So I joined the Department of Economics in 2015. And as an outstation student who had just moved to Delhi and was settling in, I felt that this college gave me the perfect chance to meet some very kind people. They were my classmates and teachers. And in those 3 years, I think I made some of my closest friends and met some teachers who really helped me in realizing my potential and figuring out my initial career pursuits. Um, the campus, I remember, was always a buzz. There would often be some kind of like fundraising or departmental activities where people would set up like food stalls and tuck shops, and we would often just sit, with friends on the JMC green or on the amphitheater steps, and we would just sit there talking and bonding while enjoying all the activities around campus. Um, of course, academics is an integral part of our college lives. And here I found a lot of attention being paid to developing our fundamental skills as students of a certain discipline. Classes were not only very consistent, but they were also very engaging. And there were regular tutorials that were held every week for almost every subject, which was a great way to have some one-on-one time with teachers, have your conceptual doubts cleared, sometimes even engage in some interesting conversations about like politics or the economy or things that were happening around us, making us hold stronger opinions about things and learning to voice our opinions about the same. um, I think the teachers at JMC did very well in moving beyond just textbook learning and fostering a sense of critical thinking when approaching any kind of academic concepts. And in moving away and beyond just rote learning, I think the college also promoted a lot of extracurricular activities that were wide ranging. And I think everyone could possibly find something that they're either good at or wanted to, try out or learn. There was something for everyone. There were so many societies, I think, like there was the Indian and Western dance societies, there was debating society, MUN club, many more activities. And I think there were also a lot of activities to choose from that were very specific to certain departments. So, for instance, like in the economics department, we had the departmental newsletter, which acted as a great space for budding economists to publish their work. And I personally benefited immensely from being a part of this group and leading the team. because it was one of my first experiences at writing critical pieces that were rooted in economic theories. And I think it's a skill that has continued to be important in the work that I do even today. Apart from this, there were a couple of mega events, if I may call them, which were organized every year. So one was the departmental fest that had overwhelming participation from colleges across the city. I remember that we had been able to bring together some great researchers like Jayati Ghosh, CP Chandrasekhar, to speak at one of our events during the fest. And many of us also had the chance to ask questions during the sessions, personally interact with the speakers. And I think it was just a very enriching experience in general. And then, of course, there was Montage, which is very important to me because I mean, it was definitely a lot of fun because it was like, this college fest that had so many activities going on. But it was just the perfect space to like meet people from different departments. And it kind of acted like that, just that space where we could all like come together and like exchange ideas. And it was really fun. Um, and in all these pursuits, I think, be it putting together a show or preparing for examinations or deciding where you wanted to go after college ends in terms of like pursuing a job or pursuing a certain kind of further education, whatever, I think JMC and its people played a very important role in the kind of mentorship that they offered me. These 3 years that I spent at JMC were definitely a very important part of my journey in growing both personally and in terms of my subject knowledge growth. And I am very thankful for all of it. So yeah, I think that was about my time here. And I really hope, I hope that you also have an equally enriching experience at JMC. So I really wish all the best to each one of you. Thank you. Over to you, Megha ma'am.
Thank you, Natasha, for sharing your testimony with us. Now we will be watching a very short documentary of all the Christian activities that have been taking place at Jesus and Mary College.
Thank you. Next, I call upon Ms. Alicia George, Assistant Professor, Department of Economics, to give the vote of thanks for this session. Over to you, Alicia.
It is a pleasure to give the vote of thanks on behalf of the team that organized the orientation. First of all, I would like to thank our principal, Professor Sandra Joseph, our former principal, Sister Dr. Rosalie, and our college management for always being a source of support and encouragement. I would also extend my heartfelt gratitude towards our keynote speaker of the day, Dr. George Varghese, who spared his valuable time to initiate our students into their life at JMC. We would also like to thank Dr. Joan Anthony, without whom this event would not have been possible. My deepest gratitude goes out to the team ICUF, the convener Dr. Sona Andrew, faculty members Dr. Christo Dos, Ms. Megha Jacob, Ms. Reshma Jose, who were also our MCs for the day, and Dr. V. Mark Gideon. Special thanks to our ICUF JMC students who put up the beautiful prayer songs for us. Our appreciation goes out to the IT support, especially Mr. Gaurav Verma, for providing us with all the required technical support. A very big thank you to all our faculty members who have joined us today, Lissy ma'am, Jobin sir, and Roshan sir. Our heartfelt love and gratitude go out to you, parents and first-year students who have chosen JMC and for entrusting us with the mission of empowering and polishing these young women. And with this, we come to the conclusion of our program, and we would like to thank each one of you who have joined us today. We would end with a hymn of thanks sung by our students of JMC.